Brad sat by the window and watched as large raindrops slowly slid down the glass. Occasionally, here and there, an ugly bolt of lightning flashed across the black sky. It would flash brightly for a moment, cutting the sky in half, and then disappear, plunging the whole world into impenetrable darkness. Leaning back in his high chair, he slowly closed his eyes and fell into an uneasy slumber. He didn't want to think about anything right now. It was unnecessary. He just sat and listened to the measured sound of the October rain, which, like himself, was infinitely lonely. Up there, in the bedroom, everything had ended half an hour ago, including his life. Arriving home from work 2 hours earlier than usual, Brad saw an unfamiliar car outside his house. When he entered the house, he saw strange men's shoes and a pair of women's shoes on the floor. Something inside Brad slowly stirred and grew cold, his forehead covered in sweat. The house was dead quiet. No, someone was upstairs, but the barely audible sounds were muffled by the oak door leading to the second floor. Once upstairs, Brad walked slowly to the bedroom door and listened. Muffled moans and heavy breathing reached his ears. Opening the door, Brad saw his wife with a man. They were entwined like snakes, oblivious to their surroundings. For a few moments, Brad just stood and watched, feeling a wave of anger wash over him. Without feeling his own feet, Brad walked down to the basement. There he opened the safe and pulled out a large caliber hunting carbine. With shaking hands, Brad loaded all 4 shells and walked upstairs with the gun. Entering the bedroom, Brad pointed the carbine at the lovers, who had their backs to him and continued to pleasure each other. 4 shots rang out like a dream. Through the shroud of rage, Brad saw the first shot hit the man in the back, taking his life instantly. The other 3 shots turned the lovers' bodies into a bloody mess. Dropping the carbine on the floor, he walked out of the bedroom and down to the living room. Collapsing into an armchair, Brad stared blankly out the dark window. It seemed to him that the ringing of the cell phone came from another universe. Taking the annoying phone out of his pocket, Brad looked at its flashing display. He felt an icy chill run through his entire body. His fingers were petrified and wouldn't obey. The phone persisted, flashing his wife's number. Brad pressed the button and put the phone to his ear. At the same second, his wife Amelia's voice came through.
Hey, honey, I'm calling to remind you that my sister is coming to visit us today. Jerry will probably be with her. She has the key to the house, so they'll probably be here by the time you get here. When you get home from work, pick up a couple of bottles of white wine. Honey, can you hear me? Why aren't you talking?
I'm already home.